Robert, when you saw you guys are going to be playing 6 primetime games in 11 weeks and all the short rests that you guys have, especially beginning of the season, what was your reaction, I guess?
No reaction. It's you take them as they come, and the schedule comes out. Every team has things on their schedule that they've got to deal with, and we've got some things that we're excited to deal with.
With the specifically to the 3 games in 10 days to start, your thoughts on that, and how does that maybe impact the way you conduct training camp?
It's not going to change the way we approach training camp because you've got such of a from the last preseason game, you've got a full 2 weeks. But as we go into the season, just to be cognizant of the rest time, so it's definitely something we'll address.
Robert, the owners' meetings in March, you said you were kind of hoping you guys could fly under the radar this year after last year. Well, you're on primetime 6 times, scheduled 7 games. Rich's cohorts at ESPN have announced you as the Super Bowl favorites last week. You think that's not going to happen this year like you would hope?
No, it's New York. There's always going to be excitement. It's awesome that we're, like I said, that we're looked at in that light. But at the same time, none of it matters unless we focus on the process and going day to day and trying to be the best we can.
Robert, there was a report that you guys legitimately tried to hire someone who would replace Nathaniel Hackett. What was the thinking there?
I addressed all that stuff at the owners' meeting, so I'm not going to rehash that.
This was a report last week.
It was rehashed from the owners' meeting.
What are you looking for from Aaron during these OTAs and minicamp?
Just for him to get reacclimated with his teammates. I know he had some at the end of last year, but for him to push the envelope, continue his rehab. He has no restrictions, and he looks good, man. The arm talent obviously is still there, but it's really just reacclimating to everything, and we're trying a bunch of new stuff too, and it's just trying to evolve within the offense.
Well, how is he doing in terms of, is he taking snaps under center?
He's doing everything.
Work related to handoffs and stuff that maybe he wasn't doing toward the end of last year?
He's doing everything. Mike is, they're off to the side, AVT off to the side, so they're still not cleared for full football activity, but they're working good, they look good, excited about the progress they're making.
Sauce said recently that he talked to Holbrook about adjusting his role and that he might get to travel with the opponent's number 1 receiver. Do you anticipate that being a change for him?
He did last year, and we'll be judicious like we are normally are. He is a weapon that we can use from a defensive standpoint, but to say it'll be exclusive, I'm not going to say that. But he did last year. To say he might do a little bit more, that's a possibility. But I think it's going to be more game to game. When you have a guy like him, you just got to try to find ways to be creative with him. But you have to evolve in the league, I think. Obviously, every year you're going to try new things. Some things stick, some things don't. But this is the time of year to try all that stuff.
Is Nate going to be the primary play caller?
Yes.
And how do you think in what ways might he grow just having Aaron back? Maybe being able to do some of the things that he never got to do last year?
You're always going to experience growth. Last year, I think, was a tremendous learning experience for everybody, including myself. And, I think it's about building an offense that can weather the storm of injury, right? And, last year we got kind of caught behind the 8 ball with, preparing. And again, it's all part of you're trying to install an offense. And so when you're trying to install an offense, you're installing an offense with a plan that it's going to stay healthy for the season in year 1. But with year 2 coming around, I think it's evolving the offense in a way that still keeps it where the offense can hum. I don't want to give. I'm trying not to give away any thoughts or things that we're doing differently. But there's going to be a tremendous learning experience for everybody and how to weather the storm with regards to injury.
Is Aaron 100% back from the Achilles, or is there still a little bit of a road to travel on?
He still has to. That'd probably be a better question for him. But as far as we're concerned, his track and what he's able to do, there's no limitations to what we're asking him to do at practice.